All right, Pisces, we're going to get into a reading. So, guys, I am still waking up, if I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not feeling too motivated. I'm not feeling much of anything today, to be honest with you. Let's see what's coming out. Guys, if you need anything, you can always find it in that comment section. It's always pinned down there. I don't know what we're going to do today. Let's see. Yeah, let's do that. All right, what's being said about you? What's being said about you? What is being said about you, Pisces? What is being said about you? There's something here about you moving in the dark. So one of the things that could be being spoke about right now around you is you making a lot of changes and moves in the dark. I'm also saying that there could be something going on behind your back. There could be gossip around you, okay? There could be gossip around who you're hanging out with. So this could be a recognition of, yeah, did you hear so-and-so got with a new crowd? Yeah, I don't know if I like that crowd. Like there's gossip around who you're hanging with or the lack thereof. There could be gossip around changes that have happened in your life. So there could be chatter right now around what you're manifesting and what you're doing in the dark. So if anyone knows what's going on behind the doors of your home, they might be blabbing, okay? So what does this look like? Well, this looks like gossip around, did you hear so-and-so got fired? They did, yep. Also, they've all of a sudden changed their friend group, and I don't know if I like their friend group. That's what I'm saying, okay? Now, there could also be conversation around what some are perceiving as disappointments in your life. So have you ever been perceived in one way, but it's not reality? So a good example would be, oh, you know, I think so-and-so's really sad because they really wanted that and they didn't get it. Did you really want it, or was that an easy dopamine hit? Sometimes people will talk about us in our lives like it's a fact when it's not. It's a mere projection. A lot of people will see us only from their reality because a lot of people are only able to do that. A lot of people are only able to see things from their own reality, their mindset. So these could be the same people who are saying things like it's a fact, but based off of their own feelings. So it could be something as simple as, I bet so-and-so was so heartbroken when they didn't get that house and it got sold out from underneath them. I bet they cried. Has anybody checked on them? I hope they're not drinking themselves to death. When in reality, that could be a projection of what they would have done, not you. And you could have been like a duck and let it just roll off your back and been like, I ain't crying over, thank you though. These could be the same people, though, that are like, I think that so-and-so is a little sad. I'm not going to lie. But I'm not saying that, okay? Hey guys, I want to take a quick break and say thank you to today's sponsor, Psychic Source. Psychic Source is one of the oldest and most trusted psychic services in the industry. Their journey began over 35 years ago. With Psychic Source, you are able to connect with a professional, gifted advisor, however you feel the most comfortable, whether this is text, video chat, or phone call. Their advisors are committed to hope, healing, and empowering you. And their commitment when it comes to professionalism and ethical standards sets them apart from their competitors. Each advisor on Psychic Source adheres to a comprehensive code of ethics, which will guarantee a positive and uplifting experience for every person seeking some sort of wisdom, clarity, or guidance. If you're not happy with your reading through Psychic Source, it will be absolutely free. That's one of the best things about Psychic Source. Not only do they have a 24/7 customer care that is not outsourced, but you also have a money-back guarantee. So let's say that you have a reading and you're not completely satisfied. You can reach out to that 24/7 customer care service and get your money-back guarantee. And I really enjoy Psychic Source. There's times where I feel confused, unsure. I need clarity. We all need clarity sometimes, including me. And Psychic Source can really come in and help me get connected back to my intuition. It's kind of like they say the things that I've always knew. They say the things that I knew deep down. I just needed someone to say it to me, to connect me back to my intuition. And that's where Psychic Source comes in. Again, with that money back guarantee, what do you have to lose? So today, guys, I actually have a link that's going to be in the description, in the comment section, and actually on the screen. And with this link specifically, you can get 40 minutes with Psychic Source for only $19.80. Now that is a $240 value. And another good part about this, guys, is let's say you get an advisor with your 40 minutes and you don't really mesh with that advisor, you can hold off, use 10 minutes with that advisor, decide, okay, this isn't the session for me. You can cut that session down and take your 30 minutes that you have, that you've done paid your $19.80 with, and use it on a different advisor. So that's one of the best things about Psychic Source, is they really do give the client, the customer, the ability to be completely satisfied. So guys, again, if you would like to check it out, I have a link in the description, in the comment section, and on the screen. And if there is a code to use, I will have that down there as well. So again, guys, 40 minutes for only $19.80. If you would like to jump on that with your money back guarantee, you can find it down below. Thank you again, Psychic Source, for sponsoring today's video. And thank you guys for being subscribers, for liking, commenting, sharing. Because of you, this is possible and these opportunities are being brought to the channel. So I can't say thank you enough. All right, let's get back to the reading. Now, as there's gossip around what's being kind of done behind closed doors, I don't know if you've gotten more secretive lately or what's completely taken place, but I definitely see an energy of, we're going to talk about what's in the dark, what is perceived as the unknowns. So these could be changes that are being made, shifts that you didn't see coming. This could be you losing your job, disruptions in your business. If you're having relationship problems, let's say that you guys decided to take a break or you decided to move out. If you decided to move in with one another, maybe it's a trial run. You didn't want people to know. I'm seeing gossip about that. I'm definitely seeing an energy here again of people that you're hanging out with. So there's conversation about who your friends are and whether or not people like them. So this could be family saying, yeah, so-and-so's hanging out with so-and-so. I don't think I like that. They hung out with each other in high school and that person was nothing but trouble. And now that so-and-so is single or divorced, I don't want them hanging out with them. So there could be gossip around maybe some sort of collaboration you have going on, okay? Give me a little bit more for this gossip. If there is anyone around you that has been able to wear a mask and act like someone that they're not, that mask is going to be ripped off here in the near future. So if you have any friends around you that are actual foes, you're going to hear about their faux behavior, or you are going to witness their faux behavior. Whether this is them pulling something up on the TV and it's the text messages where they're talking smack about you. This could be them thinking that they switched back over to another person on the other line, yet they didn't, and they're talking smack about you. I do see something like that coming out as well, okay? Give me a little bit more. Yeah. Okay. There is some sort of discussion around something that was perceived as you getting a message of bad news. So I'm going to be honest with you. There is gossip about your life and who is in your life. So again, friends, who you're associating with. Is so-and-so still hitting the clubs, hitting the bar? There's also maybe a discussion around love, because I'm saying something here around a message of truth, message of bad news. Maybe someone you've been dealing with. This could be family saying, I don't know if Pisces and so-and-so is going to be able to fix it. Pisces is getting really stressed out and they keep getting messages of bad news when it comes to that love relationship. I think they're heading for a divorce. I am saying that, okay? which is really kind of intriguing. There could also be something here. I'm going to say this. People judge and people critique what they will not understand. And I see that you moving forward in some sense, form, or fashion, people are not understanding it, so they are critiquing it, they are judging it, and they are thinking that they know the reality when they don't. So let's say that you recently got divorced. This could be you handling that divorce in a way where maybe other people don't understand it. They don't agree with it. We don't know why you're out partying. We don't know why you're out finding yourself. And this could be their way of being like, you know, so-and-so's having such a hard time getting over their husband, their wife that they just divorced, that they're doing the complete opposite. They're out here in the clubs, making new friends, bringing Lord knows who home, when I don't see that necessarily being the truth. I see an energy here also of people viewing you as someone who has very high demands, and how maybe some things that you're expecting from your life you will never actually get, is what I'm saying. But with the sun here, I feel like that's not the truth. And that's the ironic part. So there is chatter around you. Be careful of telling people your business unless you want people to know. Because I definitely see a lot of energy of, we have nothing better to do, better to talk about, so let's talk about Pisces. So what's going on with Pisces? Oh, well, you know, so-and-so and them, I think they're about to get divorced. Oh, really? She a hoe. I bet she gonna be out in them streets. I bet she's so sad. She's gonna definitely have to get under somebody else to feel better. When it's like, that's not necessarily the truth. Maybe you're finally doing things that you were never permitted to do when you were in that marriage, and you feel more free than you ever have. I will say that there is a misconception around you and maybe why you're doing certain things. A lot of people feel like you have ulterior motives. Projection at its finest, okay? So give me a little bit more. Why is there chatter around you? What is the curiosity that's coming up? Yeah, the curiosity is an energy here of, why is something that you perceive as balanced and healing isn't actually that? Again, you're doing something that others are not agreeing with. So again, this could be something as simple as, maybe you've been single for a while and people don't agree. You've been single for forever. A lot of people in this world, if you're single for a while, they think, oh, you're still attached to so-and-so. You're not over so-and-so. You're still in love with so-and-so. It's because you're broken. It's because you're waiting for so-and-so to come back. When maybe, just maybe, the reason they can't understand it is because they could never walk in your shoes. What you see as balanced and healed of a journey, that's maybe for you, that is a balanced journey. That's a healed journey. It's not needing someone else in your environment to be happy, to be satisfied. But a lot of other people, if you're not quick to be in someone else's bed within 6 months, oh God, they're still in love with so-and-so. They've never moved on. When it's like, is that the truth though? That's what I'm saying. So there could be not only just curiosity around your balance, but why you deem that to be balanced, because a lot of other people see it as instability. So again, this could be deciding to stay single and people not understanding, and then people wanting to kind of come up with a scenario of why you have to stay single. Oh, well, you're staying single because something's wrong. You're staying single because you're waiting for so-and-so to come back. You're staying single because when in reality, they're trying to figure it out from their own perspective, their own reality, and that's what they would do. So they're projecting it onto you. This, again, could be something as simple as, let's say you recently went through a breakup or a divorce, and other people think that you need to be sitting at home reading a dad blame book and minding your business, but you outside, okay? Maybe you going to football games, you going to basketball games, you going fishing, you going clubbing, you doing whatever you want. Oh, poor baby, trying to heal their broken heart. I feel so bad for them. And it's a sense of like pity, and people being like, we don't understand why you think this is balanced and healed, when it's like, wait, what do you mean? To me, this is balanced and healed. This is what I need to do right now, which is maybe going to the club and finding myself. Sometimes the things that we do don't need to make sense to others. There could also be a discussion on how someone is in your life that is not healthy. So somebody could be having a conversation around how you either have a very unhealthy friend in your life or an unhealthy family member in your life. Okay, give me a little bit more. Yeah. It's like people are trying to figure you out. They're not going to figure you out though, because they're never going to do life the way that you do it. So where others would go, oh, I know I have it figured out, that's because that's what they would do. So there are a lot of people talking about you, kind of wanting to dissect you and figure you out like you're a math problem, but they're never going to be able to truly figure you out because their brain does not work the way that your brain works. So where they would go in their mind, oh, well, you're single, you have to be lonely. It has to be because you're still in love with someone or hooked up on someone. Maybe you found peace and you're not allowing another human to take that from you because you rather have yourself and your peace than another person in your home. Maybe you learned the difference between love and attachment. Maybe, just maybe, something that looks like stable and growth to you doesn't look like stability and growth to others. Because here's the thing, some people want to grow their own business. Some people want to grow their self. Some people want to grow families. Your happily ever after is not someone else's happily ever after. And a lot of people who are like fixated on you and talking about you, I feel like it gives them some sort of rush. It's almost an infatuation, if I'm being completely honest with you. It's they're trying to dissect you and figure you out. That's what I'm saying. There could also be some sort of discussion here how you could be obsessed with someone that doesn't want you, which is interesting. Again, perspective. Perspective. I don't know what that means. Because what I'm getting is an energy of, well, you know so-and-so doesn't want them. And it's like, but how do you know that? Because you could see Pisces as someone that's stuck on them, but have you read the text messages that have been exchanged? Have you been on the phone calls that have been exchanged? Because some people are toxic. They are. And what they'll do is they'll play games and they'll give someone everything that they want. They'll call them late at night, tell them all the good little things, text them all the sweet little words. And as soon as they get attached, they turn very cold and distracted. And then the outside external people want to be like, oh my God, so-and-so so obsessed. Are they obsessed? Or are they expecting the same type of treatment that they have been given, but they're dealing with a game player? And I'm seeing that here. So some of you, there can maybe be people talking about how you have someone that doesn't want you, but that you're obsessed with them. But it's also an energy of, you might be giving that person the benefit of the doubt because that person could actually be toxic and a game player and could enjoy that. But you could be the one that's kind of being blamed. Does that make sense? You could be the one being labeled as like crazy when you're not crazy. You were dealing with someone with the devil energy. They could have been a narcissist, to be honest with you. So who they show everyone is not who they are. And each person gets a different version of them. There could also be discussion here around your money and your security as well. Yeah. There is someone here that has the tendency to talk about you, but they talk trash about you. So there is someone here that you make feel very insecure. Whoever this is, you make them feel like their stability is unstable. So this is someone who feels intimidated by you. This is someone who feels threatened by you. This is either someone who, you can work with this person. This could be a friend who lives by the mindset of keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. Someone does feel threatened by you. And I'm saying that this person could have the tendency to talk really bad about you. But I see that you're going to end up outgrowing that relationship. And I'm not trying to be mean, but I also see that you're stronger than that person. So Insecurity speaks loudly. Strength is not that loud. This person's very insecure. And whoever it is that they're talking shit about you to, that person's going to be able to tell that they're insecure. So it's going to be an energy of, bro, why are you letting her bother you like that? Or, dude, no, stop. Why are you letting her bother you like that? You say she ain't that great. You say you can't stand her. You say that she thinks she's all that. But baby, she must be all that because you talking about her a lot. Self-reflection, let's put up a mirror. That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying that you are like above the situation. You have a lot more strength and strength, courage, dedication. So you could be, that could be another reason this person feels intimidated by you, because you could be kind of like I'm hearing I came in like a wrecking ball. Let's say that this is someone you work with, that every time you're not at work, they're talking major about you. Okay, you could hear about that person talking smack about you. Like, oh, so-and-so said that they didn't like me. That's interesting because they were kissing my butt yesterday. The reason that person might not like you, though, isn't necessarily that they don't like you. They don't like how you make them feel. You make them feel threatened. You make them feel like what they're doing isn't enough. You make them feel like their days are numbered. So when you come into the job and you make it seem so easy and you have this sense of strength and dedication, maybe you're able to work different hours than they can, they feel threatened like you're going to come in and take what is rightfully theirs. So then they're going to act in that way. And I see that you're very stable, and that this isn't necessarily something that bothers you, and that you have the strength to overcome this. But I am saying that here coming up, you might hear about some sort of behavior that's going to make you question. So this could be someone talking smack about you. Again, this is going to be someone that you're going to notice you make extremely insecure. And when you're not around, this person talks major about you. 5 of Swords. Yeah, I'm going to need to cut so-and-so off. I don't trust them. Always trying to take my man. Babes, who says she wanted your man? Babes, she could be the kind of girl where she's like, I don't even know why you want him. What you mean I want him? I don't, baby, this is not a rescue. You can keep your adopted animal. Thank you though. Keep your rescue animal. I don't want it. That's what I'm saying. So one of the people who could also be like bringing your name up consistently could be someone who feels threatened or intimidated by you. So this person is either going to, this could be someone, let's say that this is a friend. They might start pushing you away. They might start acting in a way where it's like, no, you're not invited. Yeah, I know we have a get together and you're always invited, but you're not invited this time. Don't read too much into it. You are above the situation. Go where you should put in your effort and your dedication. And if this person doesn't want your effort, your dedication, if this person feels like threatened by you, that you could come in and take something from them, that shows that the foundation isn't that stable. Okay? And that's also their insecurity. If your foundation with your partner, with your job, with whatever is so stable, it cannot be threatened. And if you think that it can be threatened, that is showing you a hole in your foundation. Don't get mad at that person because they showed you that hole. Get mad at yourself because there's a hole there and fix it. That's what I'm saying. And maybe you're the only one who has the strength and the courage to push this person in a season of self-reflection. Maybe you're the only one that can, again, the energy would be like, okay, I don't want this person coming in and taking my job. You're trying to run the show and you ain't going to run the show. Well, first off, why do you feel so threatened? Second, I'm sorry that my strength and my determination to get my job done made you feel threatened. I'm sorry that I'm so strong that you felt that way, that it made you feel that insecure. I'm so sorry. That's what I'm saying. So a lot of the gossip around you, is it even the truth? I love this because I was like, is any of this stuff being said about you the truth? And I heard, well, the truth is that you're happy and you're guarding your happiness at all costs. So it doesn't matter people's outside perspective. It really doesn't. So like I said earlier, there could be gossip around how you're still stuck on someone that didn't want you and you're never going to get over it. You're like, listen, I laugh just as much, if not more now. Who are you even talking about, Danielle? This could be the same people who are like, oh my God, I wonder if so-and-so is so sad that their ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend just went and got in a new relationship. You're the one that's like, wait, who's in a relationship? Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm in my own little bubble. Love that for them. Didn't even know that they were in a relationship. You're really holding your happiness so close to your chest. You're very protective over it, so much so that I feel like a lot of the things that are being talked about aren't even necessarily the truth. Again, it's outside perspectives. And a lot of people can only see things from their own perspective. Let me give you an example. On this channel, it's a good example because people will be on this channel all the time telling me, you're talking about the past, you're talking about the past. That is your perspective. If your mind is still always in the past, no matter what I say, you're going to assume it's the past. It has to be the past. When that is your perspective, that's where you're at in your journey and in your lifetime. So if we can maybe get our head out of our butt and take a step back and go, wait a second, my perspective isn't the only one here. So I think, oh, well, they can't be happy because I wouldn't be happy. That's my perspective. That's not necessarily the truth. So again, an example would be, let's say you're the kind of person where you're married with 9 children. Some people might think that you're miserable as hell, but behind closed doors, you might be happier than you've ever been. You could, again, be single and people could be saying, why are they single so long? Oh my God, I bet they're broke. Oh my God, I bet they're never going to get over so-and-so, have they? They never will they? When in reality, maybe you've done been over it and you're so over it that you found not only your own happiness, but your own sense of peace. And you're like, no, Fat, I'm never giving it up. I've never felt this sense of happiness. So from the outside looking in, you can tell me that it's unstable, that I'm doing it for attention. You could tell me that I'm just trying to fill a void and I'm not really happy. But at the end of the day, you don't have to live in my shoes. So you don't know. And I'm definitely seeing, although there's tons of chatter and blah, 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 at the end of the day, you're happy. And that's actually what matters. That is actually what matters. Beautiful. I was asking, why are these people talking about you? And 2 nines come up, 9 of cups, 9 of pentacles, because something about your confidence and your abundance triggers their, again, dopamine receptives. Sometimes people talk about people not because they really want to, but because they like the feeling it gives them to be in other people's business. Because being in other people's business is more exciting than their own life. That shows, though, because they'd rather put focus on other people than themselves. And that's what I'm seeing here is a lot of people who could be curious about you could be the kind of people where they just like to talk about people because they don't really have anything going on in their own life, which is great. I mean, everybody chooses what they want to choose, but I see you looking for the future. I see you looking towards the future, and I see there being a lot of options around where you're going and what you're going to be up to. And I just heard, and if they're confused, they're really going to be confused in the future. So again, it's an energy of if they think that they know what they're talking about now, let them, because in the future, they're going to be like, oh, wait, maybe we were wrong. This could be something as simple as, so-and-so's single and they've been single for 5 years. Have they? Because you might be popping out in 3 weeks married and everybody's going to be like, wait a minute. When did so-and-so get in a relationship? Keep them heads ringing. We're going to keep y'all on y'all's toes. Yeah, and being extremely defensive over your wishes and your dreams come true. It's like people are trying to figure it out and you're trying to protect it. People are trying to see what's going on and you're doing the best you can to keep it out of eyesight. It's none of your business. Thank you, though. Thank you, though. Also, one of the people who could be critiquing you and the way that you live life could be extremely dissatisfied. So one of the people who could be, again, very judgmental, this could be like an aunt. This could be a parent that's trying to get you to live your life. So let's say that this is a parent who's like, listen, you need to settle down. It's time for you to get married. You need to quit traveling. You need to quit being in the clubs. You need to quit doing all that. That is the same parent who is trying to control you and dictate what you're doing and micromanage and analyze what you're doing because in their own life, they're extremely emotionally dissatisfied and disappointed. So that could be another reason why they're focused on you is because they're feeling so let down with where they're at in their own life. They need to focus on other people. I'm going to say this as I close this out. I've never met someone that is the happiest version of them and them talk about and focus on other people. Most people who want to talk about and focus on other people do that because they want to be able to control their life because they can't control their own. Yeah, you hating on Sally over there because she travels 2 times a year. Get off your butt and you could do it too. So a lot of the people that could be talking about you and watching you could be very lazy, low vibrational, low energy type of people. And you're their entertainment. I love that for you. Bye, guys.